out. I'm him up, Burial. I'm him up. He hits like a. It's personal now. It's personal now.
Who's that old, who's that old guy fighting? And they're not appreciate how devastating this man was in his day.
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. He's one of my heroes. I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it.
Chaos erupts. Jake Paul just slapped Anthony Joshua in press conference. Breaking scenes here today, as that slap has turned everything heated. Joshua did not move an inch, but you can see it in his eyes that this fight is now personal. In the ring, Jake Paul is in real trouble.
7-week training camp, boom bam, we're here now, ready to rock and roll. So I understand my process. And that's why I worry about myself, not what everyone else's opinion is. I know what I've got to do.
Tony Bellew says it's frightening for the sport, and he is not exaggerating. It's not that it's bad. It's frightening how far this has gone. This isn't boxing as a sport. This is the circus. Jake Paul is creating chaos, but Anthony Joshua remains calm, focused, and ready to dominate every second in the ring.
It's frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
Roy Jones Jr. noticed the tension after Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua. He could see that Jake thought he was making a statement, but Joshua stayed calm and collected. That slap has made this fight personal, and in the ring, Joshua will make sure Jake Paul regrets every second of that moment.
Kenny out here just going through the motion. He's serious about it, so I liked it.
Yeah, his energy was very calming throughout the week.
Yes, it was.
Johnny Nelson is clearly disappointed with how everything unfolded after Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua. He points out the confusion and the breaking news atmosphere around the situation. Everyone is talking and speculating while Joshua remains focused. The public is watching this like a live drama, but in the ring, Joshua will take control and Jake Paul will face the full consequences of turning this into a personal matter.
It don't matter what drugs you take. It doesn't make you a better fighter. Might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. So until more news.
Derek Chisora is not holding back and says it straight. Jake Paul does not have the power to knock out Anthony Joshua, and anyone thinking otherwise is dreaming. After that slap, this fight has become personal, and Joshua will make Jake Paul pay. In the ring, it will not just be a win, it will be a lesson and a statement that shows who the real heavyweight is.
Whatever happened to be exciting?
Does he have the power to knock out Joshua?
Nah, he hasn't got the power to knock out Joshua.
How does that fight end?
Jake Paul got into an ambulance, bro.
Tony Bellew explains that the fight has now grabbed the public interest in a way no other fight has. The slap from Jake Paul has made this fight personal and intense. The stakes are massive, and the crowd is excited to see Joshua respond. Everyone knows this is not just about the fight. It is about respect and dominance, and Joshua will show in the ring why he is a true champion and why Jake Paul crossed the line.
It's just wrong, but I think this fight's just gone tough on the toe.
It's absolutely grabbed the public interest now to another level, isn't it?
This is quite simply the biggest fight this country's ever seen.
Jake Paul is talking trash as usual, but after that slap, he has gone too far. Calling Anthony Joshua names will not save him in the ring. Joshua is not someone who takes insults lightly, and now it is personal. When the fight happens, Joshua will show that experience, skill, and power matter far more than words. Jake Paul will quickly realize that the disrespect he showed at the press conference will cost him badly inside the squared circle.
Yeah, man, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this, there's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man, this guy's easy work.
Johnny Nelson calls Jake Paul crazy, and he's right. Jake Paul clearly does not understand the magnitude of what he is getting into after that slap. Anthony Joshua is a former 2-title heavyweight champion, and he does not play lightly. This is serious business. Joshua hits to hurt, and he hits to finish. The slap has made this fight deeply personal, and in the ring, Joshua will make sure Jake Paul pays for every second of disrespect. This is going to be a brutal lesson for anyone thinking the showmanship can beat real skill.
If he thinks he can get it with Anthony Joshua, former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, and play tiddly wins, I don't think AJ plays touch.
Eddie Hearn is warning Jake Paul, and he is not exaggerating. After that slap, everything has become personal and dangerous. Anthony Joshua is capable of taking someone apart, and he does not hold back. This fight is not just about money or hype. It is about survival and respect. Joshua knows exactly how to punish anyone who steps out of line, and Jake Paul has shown total disrespect. In the ring, Joshua will make a statement and show why skill, power, and experience will always be cheap stunts and empty talk.
Just send me something in the comments, but I don't know. So with cocaine, I don't know if it stays in your system for 48 hours or whatever, and people think, oh, you won't know what stays for 2 weeks. I don't know. Why would you take it knowing there's a possibility that it's going to be in your system? And why would you take it for our sport anyway? But let's get some meat on the bones first before we throw him under the bus.
Eddie Hearn calls the slap a cowardly move, and he is right. Jake Paul has crossed a line that should never be crossed at a press conference. Anthony Joshua is not someone you disrespect and get away with it. This fight has now become personal, and in the ring, Joshua will make it clear that such stunts have consequences. Every punch will reflect the anger and focus of a man who does not tolerate disrespect. Jake Paul is about to learn that words and actions outside the ring can make your defeat inside the ring much worse.
I thought it was a bitch move. I really did.
Have you spoken?
I would never. If you chin someone at a presser, if you do that, it's different. But when you
Adam Smith says this is boxing, and things like this happen. But he is right that it should not happen at a head-to-head. Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua, and now the fight is hotter than ever. The event has grown bigger and more intense because of it. Everyone is watching closely. Joshua's focus will not be broken by cheap stunts, and the moment he steps into the ring, all the talk stops. Jake Paul will feel the full force of a man who takes fights seriously and does not forgive disrespect.
You know, twice as big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Frank Warren is warning everyone that this is a dangerous fight, and he is right. Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua, and now this fight is personal and extremely heated. Joshua is a true champion who knows how to punish anyone who disrespects him. Jake Paul may be confident, but he is up against a man with power, skill, and focus. This is not a circus anymore. It is a serious battle. In the ring, Joshua will make sure Jake Paul pays for his stunt, and every single punch will remind him that he crossed the line.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there...
Tony Bellew calls this fight a gross mismatch, and he is completely right. Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua, and now he is facing a man who is more focused and dangerous than ever. Bellew points out the risk to Jake Paul's health, and it cannot be overstated. Joshua does not fight for money, he fights to dominate and punish. The slap has made this fight personal, and in the ring, Joshua will show why experience, power, and skill always outweigh bravado. Jake Paul will discover very quickly that stepping into the ring with a champion is nothing like showmanship.
It's just a gross mismatch.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand his health is in jeopardy. So I'm not even entertaining it. I just think it's dangerous. And listen, I might have to work it, but it's just...
It's kind of ludicrous, isn't it, really?
It's insane. This boy is nuts. Is nuts, and I think he's putting his life before he's putting his life.
Spencer Oliver explains that Anthony Joshua views fights differently, and he is not wrong. After the slap from Jake Paul, this fight is personal and intense. Joshua sees the stakes clearly, and even if some fans call it a money grab, it will be much more than that in the ring. Joshua is experienced, smart, and powerful, while Jake Paul has shown he underestimates the danger. Every moment of disrespect from the press conference will be repaid with force and precision. Joshua will treat this fight as a statement and a lesson to anyone who thinks showmanship can beat skill.
Not his financial welfare, but Jake Paul going into a fight with Anthony Joshua, to me, is absurd. I mean, Anthony Joshua is a legitimate two-time heavyweight champion of the world. He may have got destroyed by Daniel Dubois, but notwithstanding, there's nothing physically wrong with Anthony Joshua that he can't execute. Mentally, he might be in a little bit of a difficult position.
Frank Warren says the fight could never go forward, and he's reflecting on how chaotic the situation has become. But after Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua, everything changed, and the personal stakes are enormous. Joshua is focused, calm, and ruthless, and he will not let anything distract him. Jake Paul has made a huge mistake and will pay for it in the ring. This fight is now about more than money or hype. It's about respect and power. Joshua will make sure the slap is remembered, and Jake Paul will regret every moment of disrespect.
You know, let the penny drop that the fight could never go forward. And some of the stuff that's come out since about people being, you know, the board being sued and something, and so forth, is just a non-runner. It's crazy. I mean,
the stage is set, and the tension could not be higher after Jake Paul slapped Anthony Joshua at the press conference. Everything has become personal, and the fight is no longer just about money or hype. Joshua is calm, focused, and ready to punish anyone who steps out of line, while Jake Paul has shown disrespect that will cost him dearly. Mentally, Joshua is stronger and more experienced, and he knows exactly how to turn anger into precise, devastating power. Jake Paul may have confidence and bravado, but in the ring, none of that matters against the true champion. Every punch Joshua throws will carry the weight of respect and dominance, and every moment of the slap will be repaid. Are you backing Anthony Joshua to show his full power? Or do you think Jake Paul can pull off the impossible? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and join the debate with fans around the world.